Good morning everyone, it's Rachel here with Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So we're working on this vase. I haven't finished anything over there, but I'll get there. And I am going to work on the vase today. And all I've done over here, is that on screen? I'm in my regular workroom today. I've just done that bit. I'm only going to do the dark and the lightest on this one. So I'm not going to embroider these as heavily as those. That's my thought so far, but I'm very process oriented. So, which means to me, like when I'm working, I then get the idea for the next thing. I'm not able to pre-plan too far ahead, which is annoying for some people, as you've told me. However, that's how I work. If you want to skip to the end and just see what happens at the end and don't want to see the process, go forward. Because that's what you get. So I've chosen my colors. I'm going to do some embroidery on here. I'd like this to stand out. I've got this lightest blue, probably not enough. I've got this mid-tone here. Don't know what thread that is. A thin perlé. It's probably a number 12. And I've got this Italian one. So what I think I might do is just start with my darkest color. I don't know how far we'll get today. And I think that's what will tell me then when I'm doing the darkest color, it will tell me what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do the whole vase or just some of it. Jar, it's really a jar. So those who don't want to do more flowers, as we suggested, just do a ginger jar or some sort of vase or something like that. You don't have to do the flowers. I love the flowers and really enjoy the process, so I'm doing them. I'm not working in my hoop because with this one I found it a bit easier not to be in it. I sort of put it in and take it out. Sometimes I want to sit, sometimes I want to stand. I pulled a thread through there. So I'm just going to do a little back stitch around here. Hopefully you can see. Let me just double check. Yes. If I don't move too far, it shouldn't move because it's big. It's all grouped up over there to my right. You should be able to see. But it's quite sturdy, so I can kind of hold it like this and it sort of it doesn't flop too much. I'll do a little back stitch around there, and then I can come in and colour in a bit more. I'm going to do a little bit of thread painting, and as I go along I'll decide how much or how little I want to do. I think this needle might be blunt, so it might be that we just work on one little section of it today. Yes, I think this needle is not that sharp. Let me feel. Oh, no, it's all right. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. So we only got one more week after this on this, and then we're moving on to the next thing. So the possibilities of me getting this done in the 6 months are very slim, to say the least. Oh, I showed those catalogs the other day, and lots of people have written, I can't find them. I did put the link in the description box to the website. It's Fiber Arts Takes Two. You need to go on their website, go to exhibitions, and it was the latest Fleur Woods exhibition and Anne Kelly. And you go on there and there's the video, there's like the online flip through of the exhibition, and then below it says purchase book or something like that, or purchase catalog, something like that, and that's where you go and purchase it. I'm really just enjoying taking my time and enjoying the process. And I'm not putting like time even though like the prompt, then, you know, there's limited time between the prompts, I'm not putting pressure on myself to have things finished by the time the next prompt is, because this is going to be I can tell it's going to be a work in progress for quite a while. It's I'm kind of enjoying it too, because you can, the more things that get on here, the more things I can sort of jump around and work on. And you don't sort of, well, some people get bored, but I don't get bored then. I can jump from one flower to the other, do a little bit over here, a little bit over there. And it makes it, I enjoy it. So I'm just going to start slowly. I'm just going to be doing sort of thread painting, so short and long stitch, and just colouring it in. And I'm just, when I'm doing my stitches, I'm having them sort of go into each other, if you know what I mean, so they sort of blend in to each other. Feeling totally relaxed, which is what it's all about. I can jump over here. I was concerned I didn't, because I didn't have enough blues, because I wanted to use the you know, the 6-stranded cottons, the DMCs or whatever brand I have, and I didn't have a dark enough blue. And fortunately, I have like a basket under my table of threads that I need to sort out, especially these types. Quite a few wools as well, tapestry wools and things. And I found that I had this one. This is an Italian hank of perle cotton. I think it's number 8. Yeah, not the normal one, number 8, the one that I would use the most. And fortunately, I had it in the blue that I felt like was the correct colour. See, it might be that I don't even need to do all the colours, which is why I'm starting with the, oops, that's not a very good stitch. I need to pull that one out. I needed to do a smaller one first. Am I going to be able to thread it? Okay. Little stitch. So it goes around the corner. Now, if I'm not zoomed in enough, I'm not zooming in because I'll go off camera. I'm on camera, yes. You just go like this on your device. You can't do it on your TV, obviously, if you're watching on your TV, but you can do it on your device and your telephone, and you can zoom it in yourself. Okay. Loving it already. Very happy with it. Let's see. I'll do a bit more dark and then I'll come in with some of the other colour. I can see outline here. I'm debating whether or not I probably should put it in, because then if I do decide to come in with the lighter colour may blend into the beigey colour of the background. Now I didn't invisible stitch this either, so you can see it's not flat, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to be mostly embroidering it anyway, so it should be okay. So we've got, that's all okay there. I'm going to do this line down here. It's so much fun. It's just like colouring in. And you're just building up texture. Very excited, and Steffi says he's liking it so far, so that makes me happy. And then what I thought I would do is when I've done my embroidery, I'll swoosh down the sides of it and underneath it to create my shadows. And I am going to come into those and put a few stitches, but I haven't gotten to that yet. I'm still digesting that thought. I think I'll do all of this in this colour. When I get to using the stranded cotton, I will do 3 strands, I think, not 6, because I want to be able to sort of blend a little bit, and I think it's easier if you have less strands. Yeah, I thought it was nice touch to have one vase being more the focal point than the actual flowers, like having more work on it. I am considering on the other vase coming in with a few highlight here and there, highlight sort of stitches. I don't know if you can hear the church bells going. It must be midday. Yes, it is. You can see I'm choosing to take the longer road with this project, not doing anything to make it quick. But it's just what I feel like I need to do. I think I'll get back to working on it in the evenings. I've been working on fabric, I think fabric books as well, so I haven't dedicated as much time this week to this one. I worked on it yesterday afternoon, but not any other time since last Sunday. This bit I'm not going to colour it all in with this colour, maybe just bits and pieces here and there, and I'll come in with the other blue. Do a little bit more, and then we can start putting in the other colour. We'll just be working in this little area just to get an idea of how it's going to look. Okay. Okay, so that's it so far. Let's grab this one. I think what I'll do with this one, I'm just going to snip the ends, because that length is going to be a good length to work with. Any others? Okay. Don't know what I did there. Here's a longer piece. Right. Maybe we'll thread up a couple of needles, that way we can keep on going. So this one's slightly thinner than the other one, but it's okay, it just gives you different textures. And I'll thread this one up in another needle. I don't know what they're just regular embroidery needles, these ones. I'm not using a thick needle, that's the only thing I can tell you. I'm just using regular embroidery needles. I'm going to start up in here. It'll be very subtle, the change in colour, I think, even though it's quite a bit lighter. And it will take me longer to fill. I'm going to leave that little gap there. Can you see that little lighter gap? I'll point it out with my needle in a second, because I'll come in with the next shade. Here, see how it's a little bit lighter all around there? I'll come in with the other shade. It's all a bit of an experiment. I've gone quiet because I'm relaxing. It could be that I decide not to come in with too many other colours, that these colours are enough. I don't know. I won't know until I sort of do some more, which is, I have an idea that what I might do, but until I've done some work on it, I won't say 100% yes, I'm going to do that or this. I think you need to be a little bit flexible with that sort of thing. Make decisions as you go. Oops. Now what am I tangled on? Oh, no, that's all right. Like, I don't think I'll come in and do all those little things. I think I'll do the parts that I feel like are the bigger sort of bits. I need to outline that, but I'll come in and put in these stitches while I have this colour going. Ow, stabbed myself. I am thinking I'm going to come in with this shade. I might even go a bit lighter now that I have this blue here, because I pulled that one out first. So there's a bit more of a contrast. I'm going to put it down in a second and see how it's going. Let's end that one off. Yeah. I think I'm going to come up. I'm going to do this more central bit, that bit there, and a little bit over here. And I think that'll probably be maybe that little bit there. Yeah, maybe outline. Yeah. So here, 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 that. Possibly a little bit of outlining, and that's it. Trying to see where I put my blue. Oh, it's down there. Okay, I've got my blue nearby, so I can see if I want to choose a different shade to the one I chose. Because I feel like now that I've got these two sort of, in inverted commas, darker tones, I feel like I need to lighten it up. I am kind of also just making it up as I go, but I sort of don't want to go too far. I kind of like doing my dark outline first and then doing this, but I just wanted to finish this thread off. think when I've done a bit more work on it at the end, not this video, maybe the next video, if I get some work done this week, I will attach a photograph at the end of the video, not this one, but next week, of how it's looking from afar. Just going to come up and do a bit in here just to finish it off. So it definitely needs the darker outline. So just finishing off this thread. Okay, so I'll end that off and we're just going to go into the next colour. I just wanted to have another look here because I did choose that colour, but I think I want to go a little bit lighter. Can you imagine, in all these blues I didn't have, those are darker blues. I think I want to go lighter. Where's my other? That's really light. That's okay. I might have a really light one in the perle, which I could use. That one's pretty good. I don't have much of it, but I have another little bit here that's similar. Not quite the same, but similar. So I don't know that that matters. I wouldn't go, that's a bit bright. I'm thinking, rather than that one that I had chosen, maybe something a bit lighter like that. Yes, I think that's better. So 3 strands. Just going to get all the colours down so we can see how we're going, how we're travelling. It's also going to call back into those sorts of colours up there too, which is good. I could even use 2 strands. No, I'll use 3. I like 3. I don't know why, I just like the thickness of 3. Which is, when I'm using stranded cotton, depending what I'm doing, of course, that's generally the ones, they're a quantity that I like to use. Can't see if we're looking. Okay. Let's start in this little bit here. Oh, I could have gone into there more with that colour too. Okay, well, I can come back and do that afterwards. And you can always come back again in, if you've cut, like I've covered up a bit of my darker colour there, but I can always come back in again with the darker colour if I need to put it back in. There, I'm going to come in with the even lighter colour. So I'm going to leave that little bit empty. I'll put a stitch here. feel like it's going through the very awkward stage at the moment. It'll come together. Put a little bit of this in here. So I need to know best, because I'm feeling like the dark is very heavy. However, this is going to go up on the wall possibly, and so I feel like I need to step away from it, like look at it from a distance, because it won't look like that from afar. So I'm not going to judge it until I sort of put it down, do more, put it down and see how I like it. So I need to dig up into those stitches there. So hopefully I've managed to stay on screen. There'll be a lot of telling me off if I'm not. I also need to come in with this colour in a little bit in there, not too much but a little bit. Okay, now we're going to come in with the lighter colour and see how it's going to look. So you probably have a better vision of it than me being above me. It's only 2 strands. Just a sec. Oh, here we go, 3. That will get caught up in my stitching, so it slipped out before I knotted it properly. I slid it through, but it will get caught up. I'm not worried about it. That's why I didn't cut it off, because I'm still stitching in and around all of that area, so it will catch. Okay, so let's come in and start again over here and put some of the lighter colour in. The more stitches you put in, the thicker it gets, like it's starting to feel very solid in my hand. It could be that I decide to put it back in the frame because I'll be able to work on this quite easily in there because it's near the edge. So it's a very subtle colour change. That's what I'm trying to say. And I may come back in with some of the other colours to bring them forward a bit. Let's just jump over here and start doing this bit. And the other bits I'm feeling like I may, at the moment I'm feeling like I may put a bit less of the darker colour. But as I said, I want to stand away from it because I don't want from a distance it all to sort of disappear, if that makes sense. See, so I've already stitched over that thread that didn't have a knot. Some of my DMCs I kind of need to replenish. I don't know the numbers, I just would look for something similar. Okay, let's see. I'm probably all right there. I need to do a bit more over here. I'm starting to like how all that's all blending in. I haven't put any colour in there. I need to put that more turquoise, that sort of the next dark tone in there. With this type of thread painting, the more stitches you put in, as Corinne says, it's true. When she did those wonderful thread painted bunnies on Susanna's panel, can't wait for that series to come out. Both of them. I haven't seen Susanna's. I've seen Corinne's, which she shared yesterday, or no, the other day when she did her Etsy shares. It was just beautiful, the bunnies. They took a really long time, but the more stitches you put in, the more it starts to blend. Sort of working my way up. I'm going to leave a little bit here. I need to put some of the other colours in there. I was working my way up here, and I'm going to decide afterwards whether I need to put more dark outlining. Had I had a DMC stranded cotton, I might have just used 2 strands so it was a bit thinner and not so evident, but I only have in the correct color that I wanted in that perlé, so I have to use that, which is, it's a bit thicker. Maybe if I had it in a 12 that would be good. It's thicker here because I've got the fold in my background. Yep, I'm very happy with it. Just finishing off this thread. I wanted to come in and put the other color in there so we can see it. Okay. Now, I had a strand of that somewhere. Right, let's see, where did I need to go in there? Yes, oh yes, none of that's got any colour in it whatsoever, just the outline. I think I did want to come up a little bit. I'll finish this little bit here. I wanted to put a little bit more back in here. Yeah, there's no colour in there. nearly there. Need a little bit more over here. And then I also need that other sort of mid-tone as well. Just finishing up my thread, and then we'll have a look, see how we're going. Okay, it's come undone, so that's all right. Oh, let's have a look. Oh yes, I think it's going to give it a really nice texture. Kind of looks like brush strokes to me, my imagination too. So I think I'm going to persevere and do all, especially this central bit and a bit over here. And that's going to be shadowed as well down there. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to have the shadow going down there, so that's fine. So I'm going to keep on working at it. I hope you have a lovely week. Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see what you're up to, and have a great Sunday. Bye.